money talk, and we want to learn and tap from your knowledge. Now, the federal government is essentially saying that this 501 billion naira scheme, essentially it clears years. It breaks a cycle of unpaid obligation. But in your opinion, from a fiscal policy standpoint, does this actually boost or materially help investor confidence on Nigeria's balance sheet?
Yeah, thank you very much. Let me start by saying the current achievement being celebrated by the administration is a very good one. It tells of the potentials that a lot of us have said about this country. This that we're saying is not something we are getting from outside fund, but investment on the part of people who believe in the government, and they have actually reached this. But my concern is actually always there. When we celebrate this kind of a thing, we ask ourselves the question, how did we get there? You're talking about so much debt on the part of the GENCOs, the TCN and the likes, and you're trying to clear it up. What is the mechanism in place not to get back to where we are? If we look at the current situation where we find ourselves, even as a nation, we are still borrowing. But don't forget, during the Obasanjo's regime, we had the likes of former Minister of Finance, Ngozi came then, worked tenaciously to make sure that our debts were forgiven, and we're thinking that was a clean slate for us to have a safe landing and move on as a nation. But ask yourself, where are we today? We still have so much debt that has engulfed us as a nation because the fundamental is actually wrong. So for me, it's a good thing on the part of the government achieving this, but it's really not anything to celebrate, because I looked at a majority of the structures actually being put in place. It's like 10 years to come. People will come back and tell you that the administration of our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, cleared this outstanding, and here we are. If not that, by then we'll be doubling what the debt would look like because of the wrong foundation. Then people will now be saying, what else do we do? Because now the debt forgiveness and clearance that we had years back, thinking we're starting on a green slate as a nation, we've engulfed so much in the sense that we have not blocked. So I think areas of concentration when we look at this kind of a thing is, how did we accumulated those debts? What went wrong? What are the steps we are taking? I've already seen one that gives me so much bother. You know, I play in the sector. When I heard about free meters, everybody seems to be celebrating that particular. And I asked myself, is that a priority on the part of the government as we speak? When just this year we've had 2 grid collapse. You know, the impact of that on businesses on its own. And we have a minister, you know, bold enough and very proud as part of the renewed hope of giving free meters to people. That has created more confusion than beneficiary to the people. A lot of people have paid for these meters months back till now. They've not been installed. What is the position of minister on that? Rather than you coming to tell us that. So you can see misplacement of priority. These meters that we are sharing for free, it's not free to the government. It's at a cost.
Absolutely.
So what becomes of it in years to come? So for me, it's a good thing on the part of the government that they are able to raise bond, which is a long-term thing that they. But how do we intend to recoup back and pay back this bond years to come with some of the things that would have plowed it to do? Maybe 10 years to come now, we'll be talking about clearing another legacy debt. But how did we accumulate those debt? Question. Mr. President should be asking people that, I do not want a repeat of this. Let it be a clean slate where we'll live.